Hey everybody, what is up? I'm your host Chris, K-R-I-S. Last night, The Last of Us Part 2 was revealed to the world. As you may have seen, I made a vlog on my initial reactions to it. I was excited, but a few hours have passed and people are talking, people are creating rumors as they do, and some official information has been released. Let's start off with the rumor because it kind of bugged me a little bit, and it's going to go into a little bit of a rant video more than anything else. The rumor is Joel is dead and that he is a figment of Ellie's imagination, and some people are saying that the body underneath Ellie's feet while she's playing the guitar is Joel. Let's look at that image real quick. That looks nothing like Joel. That is definitely not Joel. That is a random grunt. Joel wore nothing remotely similar to that throughout The Last of Us, and as fiction works, as all these fictional characters throughout every style of medium, whether it's cartoons or movies, more so cartoons, or games, there always is a style to go with, you know? Like Chris Redfield wears green, Jill Valentine wears blue, Solid Snake with the bandanas, cartoon characters don't really change their clothes. Movie characters, you know, like The Matrix, when you create characters like that, even grounded characters, you keep a style. Maybe a character is wearing a flannel shirt in the first film. Okay, but he's going to wear something like that in the second film. That looks nothing like Joel. Joel has never worn anything that would suggest that that's him. Plus, why the hell would Ellie play a goddamn guitar over his corpse? So, the second one is that Joel is a figment of her imagination. That would be a terrible decision. And this is where I'm going to go into my bit of a rant real quick. We found out that Ellie is going to be the main primary character of The Last of Us Part 2. Meaning she's not going to be the main character from the start to the end. That we are going to play as someone else, whether it's Joel or whoever, for at least a little bit, given off the way the quote was worded. That's cool, but there's no grounds for Joel being dead. That's just more BS from everybody. People have been saying Joel's gonna die since the initial reveal of the first Last of Us. People have been calling it throughout all the trailers. Joel's gonna die. Game comes out, people play it. I played it. I'll leave a link to my video of me playing that game at the end, and you'll see that throughout that game I was like, yeah, Joel's gonna die. I'm totally worried he's going to die. I was more worried he was gonna die than I was Ellie. He didn't. He's still alive. Everything's fine. So, people are saying it again. People are back to saying Joel's going to die. Naughty Dog know this. They know you're saying this. They read the comments. They get the tweets. They see the trends. They see the website blogs talking about it. They see all this stuff. If they went this route, it would be so predictable. People wouldn't be like, oh my god, Joel's dead. They'd be, oh my god, Joel's dead, ... I called it, I knew it. What did I say? I knew this was gonna happen. No, like, you can't have that. That would be a bad decision. Second, the other reason why it would be bad, it's been done. It's been done a million times. Naughty Dog get this reputation as being amazing writers or whatever, and people think if The Last of Us and Uncharted got movies, they would win Oscars and be like the best movies of all time. People say this. They say it. That's not true. The Uncharted is like the poor man's Indiana Jones. The Last of Us, there's many more movies and books out there with better stories in a similar setting. And these characters that are betrayed are basically just variations of other characters in those films that they're kind of influenced by heavily. So with The Last of Us, Joel dying, if he did die, that's something we've seen before, where the main white male character is taking care of his son or his daughter or an adopted daughter or son, and then they die at the end and they're like, you have to do this now, you have the skills, I taught you well, go do it. You know, even metaphorically, you know, with pseudo-dads, Luke Skywalker and Obi-Wan, you know? And there's a film based off a book, I forget the name of it right now, from the dude from the Lord of the Rings. Basically, it's The Last of Us in many ways. And he dies at the end, and he's like, son, I want you to go off and fend for yourself now. And the son's like, alright, You know, and they spend most of their movie like being cannibals because they have no food. So that's see through. We know that's gonna happen. If that happens, we're gonna call it. It's like, yeah, I knew it, of course. If Joel doesn't die, that's different. I was like, oh wow, Joel didn't die. That's great, because every other form of fiction betrays the guy as dying. Now, a lot of you are saying, well, at this point in time, Joel is ridiculous. He's not grounded anymore. He went from, at the beginning of The Last of Us, he went from John Rambo in First Blood to John Rambo in Rambo 3. And that is completely true. He went from a grounded character that was fine to survive to, by the end of the game, he was shooting up hospitals, taking on basically small armies of men. How many people did he kill throughout that game? Like, you could say, well, if you play the game sneaking around, breaking necks, it makes a lot more sense. Play on grounded difficulty, and it's a lot more realistic. You know, it's a lot more believable. True. Very true. But at the same time, he still killed countless scores of men. He's not Solid Snake. You know? So a lot of you are saying the only way to make him feel human again is if he dies. But I think that's too predictable. So my suggestion is, because we're playing as Ellie for the majority of the game, how about Joel isn't going to be with her the entire time, killing scores and scores of men? Like, he's in the game, but because this is Ellie's story, this is Ellie's adventure. The last game was Joel's story. Ellie was there, but she was just a catalyst to Joel finding humanity again, opening his heart, stop being dead inside. That's all she was in that game to him. Her story of saving the world, finding a cure, that was secondary. That was like third. It was Joel and Ellie's relationship. Joel becoming more of a likable person, and then a lot of people hate him at the end because of his actions, but like becoming more open and more human, and then Ellie saving the world. Like, that's the category. That was number 3. So this game is really the first one where Ellie is the main character and Ellie's story is the main focus, and that's cool. So Joel doesn't need to be in every cutscene. He doesn't need to be in every scene. He doesn't need to be with Ellie. And if Joel doesn't die, it makes more sense, because gameplay wise, Ellie was weak. She could take care of herself to a degree, but she was weak. She was a 14-year-old girl. She wasn't able to combat the enemies in a physical manner. When you played as her in the winter section, some features were removed. You couldn't go up punching people and caving in their throats, which I will miss, by the way. If we're not playing as Joel, I'm gonna miss the ramming and the slamming, the big, like, the dad strength. I'm gonna miss that like there's no tomorrow. But now that Ellie's a bit older, she can take care of herself. Gameplay wise, it makes no sense for Joel to be the one throwing the rocks and Joel to be the one stabbing people and then running off into the corner and hiding. Oh, Ellie, save me. So either he's going to get put out, whether he's going to die, he's going to get injured and can't combat or go on adventures, or he's going to stay behind at his brother's dam and be like, Ellie, are you sure you want to do this? And Ellie's like, yeah, I'm gonna kill them all for whatever reason that they angered me. And listen, I want to do this alone. You know, it's like, I want this to be mine. You stay here, I'll be fine. I'm gonna go off. I'm gonna go to Mexico, and I'm gonna stab all the Mexican clickers, right? And they're gonna be like running around going reba, you know. And Joel'll be like, okay, fair enough. Okay, you go do that. I disagree. I'll check in on you. I'll follow you later on. Or maybe he gets injured at the beginning of the game and he can't travel, and Ellie goes off, and then you meet Joel later on when he goes looking for her, and they hang out and they have a tea party and they kill a bunch of fireflies or whoever. Personally, I said this in the reveal vlog that this is going to be more so Ellie fighting for Mei Ling. What was her name? Marlene, something like that. And she's gonna find out that she died, and Joel's gonna tell her that, oh yeah, I actually killed her. That was me, my bad. because that can't be left there. That can't be left as it was. Ellie knew damn well that Joel was lying at the end of The Last of Us when she said, okay. Like, she knew that, but she didn't know the details. She didn't know Joel went along, bang, 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 everyone that she grew up around. Her mother was friends with Marlene. Her mother, Ellie's mother, gave Ellie to Marlene for her to take care of. Later on in life, it turns out Ellie has this cure, or this potential for a cure, and that's when the whole story started. So there's a bond there between the two of them. Maybe Ellie's going crazy and wants revenge on her, and Joel is keeping that he's the reason for all this to himself. If Joel does die, I'm guessing Ellie's gonna kill him. Like story-wise, that makes more sense. You can't have the game end with Ellie going okay and not knowing the details of Marlene's death, to Joel dying by a random attack, because that's weird. Like that's not a good string of writing right there. It's very disjointed and would make no sense. So that's just my thoughts on the rumors and the fact now that we know Ellie is going to be the main character of this game for the majority of it, going by how it was quoted. And I'm fine with that. Gameplay wise, like I said, I'm gonna miss the wrist to the throat and the slamming against stuff. Ellie's probably gonna have a faster pace because that's the cliche video game stuff where the girl's the fast backflip chick and the dude is the one that does the lifting of buses and whatnot. But we'll see how it turns out. I'm a little excited to see if people will now think bow and arrow with female protagonist and have Ellie come to the mind instead of bow, arrow, female protagonist, and have Lara Croft come to the mind. So that'd be a little funny. Very small thing, going off Lara Croft. She's a two-pistol chick. Why did you give her a bow? It has nothing to do with The Last of Us, I'm just saying. But yeah, this has been just my thoughts on the rumors and the information we currently have on The Last of Us. I'm going to be making a lot more of these because I'm excited for this game. Leave your comments below, your opinion. Do you disagree? Do you think The Last of Us Part 2 will have Joel die? Do you think that playing as Ellie will be a good thing? Do you think that Joel will be around for the entire game? Whatever you can think of, you know, just open your mind, man. Open your mouth. Leave a comment, and I'll see y'all later. And look at my hair. This isn't hair gel. This is shampoo. I don't know what happened. And I have a forehead that is great for a bandana. Look at that. All right. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Or you can click on the Patreon link and support my channel there because it is very helpful, and I am forever grateful. And enjoy your day. Bye bye.